We made it to week 5, guys. This week we got 2 topics. So we're going to have statistics, and then we're going to have ways of describing data. So we're going to start out with statistics and sampling. Some of the beginning is kind of going to be definitions and new terms. So again, make sure you're familiar with those things because you'll see them throughout. And if you struggle with the definitions, that makes the content a lot harder. We're going to also talk about sampling. So when you see a study and they give you these results, you may not necessarily think, well, who is it that they surveyed, or who was in this study? How did they determine who that's going to be? So we're going to look at how you get a sample and how you make sure that your sample is not biased and your outcome is actually valid. So we'll look at some sampling techniques and how to avoid some bias. And then we'll even look at different types of studies. And one you guys may have heard of is the placebo effect. So that's one thing we'll actually look at this week. And then the second section is describing data. So we'll start out with different ways to display data, like pie charts, histograms, stem and leaf plots. There are lots of different ways that we can display data depending on what we're trying to show. And then the last thing we'll look at is different ways to summarize data, like mean, median, mode, and then we'll also investigate some standard deviation. So that's the week 5 content. Again, at the beginning, don't forget your refresher. Make sure you're comfortable with those basic skills before jumping into the content. Keep posting on the discussion board. You guys, the conversations have been great so far, so keep that up. And I'm here to help. Send me a message, whatever you need. We're getting close to the end, so keep pushing hard and keep working, and let's jump in week 5.